This is part 2 of a teaching. Much of it speaks to about our relationship to physical form and how advancements in healing will come as we begin to shift our relationship with the physical form. So I will put more highlights in the description when I upload this, but I hope that, again, you can be in a place of reception to allow yourself to receive whatever it is that you're meant to receive. Allow that to be, and anything, any stuff, any feelings, emotions, thoughts, sensations, anything that arises, just allow it to be. Notice it as information. And again, the closing is the same for all three. Just flowed through all of them at once and breaking it apart in post. So, hope that you enjoy part 2. And as always, friends, stay curious. Part 2 of this teaching is about form. About and around form as you know it to be. You think you understand form, you think you try to change and manipulate form. And the thing is, the ways in which you try to change and manipulate it do not actually create any change in the cellular level of it, the cellular intelligence of it. For you are in resistance to it. You created the form, and then you are in opposition to the creation of it. And when this is done in a place of fear or control, when the form is othered, separate from, you cannot shift and change the molecular structure, the cellular intelligence or expression of the cells. You must be in union with your form, understanding that it is a reflection point of a lesson in time in which you are here to understand it through it, to honor the form in whatever way it is expressed at this time. To be in union with it helps lift the veil, you see. Lifted the veil, we discussed this in part 1. You are lifting the veil to understand the true divinity of the human form. Just as you think a table is solid, is there not movement within the stillness? We have discussed this before. All of the atoms are constantly in movement, creating the false sensehood that it is solid. Yet there is great movement, mass amounts of movement to create the image of the solidity of the table. And though we may think that we can alter the table, we can burn it, we can disassemble it, we can take a hatchet to it, we can stain it, we can paint it. When we believe that we are changing it in so many ways, you are not changing them. You are not changing the energy. If you burn it, you release that energy to flow to where it is needed. So when you can release the attachment to what the form is or what it represents, you can actually see it in its divinity and be in true acceptance of the form. When there is a divine unionship and the veil has been lifted, whether this is between 2 or more people, whether this is in the animal kingdom, in the plant world, in the other universes that exist within the universes, when you can lift that veil to see the beauty and the divinity in your form and also how very real it is. It needs to be real to also understand the falsehoods in the reality of what it is that you think it is. There is much divinity There is much that is unseen in the human body that is misunderstood through the frames of references, lenses, literally and figuratively, in which the body is examined and understood through. You must expand your scope. Many people are seeing the body and healing have many, many years, the energetic quality of the healings, how it goes beyond the form. That once it is in the form, it is of great distress or dis-ease. You cannot create the tools to observe this through a lens that isn't in union with it. It takes getting to the place of that union, that understanding for people to then come into the place to then create the technology in order to show others that cannot see it with such ease. And that is what will come in time to better understand the body, to better understand and heal illness. There will be a deepening respect for the earth, the form of the earth, for you see, the form that the earth takes in many, many different ways helps with the ailments of the physical form with other species, you see. And when there is this realization and understanding of how much healing is actually in the form in the earth, and when we can respect the earth, when we can respect our bodies, we can lift the veil and be in union of the sanctity of that, and how when we respect and honor our bodies and respect and honor the land, the resources that will be available to all to treat in the healing of bodies, of dis-ease, of disease, will be such an aha moment that people will not understand how it was not seen or observed in times before. That is how knowing sometimes works. It is in this moment where it all is revealed and you wonder, how was this never true before? How was I completely blinded by what was before me? And it is a sense of blindness. But those that were born blind, they can still see in other aspects. They can still see in their mind's eye. They can still see when they dream. So maybe the physical form is not allowing them to see through their eyes in the way that society has normalized as what sight is. They must see in other ways. Just how animals do not only use their eyesight, many rely on other senses as their way of seeing. So you must expand your idea of what seeing even is. For you think you need to see something in a particular way, and that limits you in the reception and understanding of what it actually could be. For it is all. And to see it in one way, you do not see the sheer mass of divinity and glory of it. To see it in one way, you only see it in one way and not in all of the ways it is expressed. Now we are only able to see it in limited ways, yes, in human form. Outside of human form, you are able to see it in all of the ways once you have risen to a state of conscious awareness in which you can attune to it. Remember, there is always a lifting, there is always an ascension, there is always a moving upwards. So do not believe or think that you have to get it all right. Just simply meet yourself where you're at. For that in itself is a sense of acceptance and surrender, allowing it to simply be. And when you can allow it to be, you can just simply be. And when you are. You are not putting yourself in limitation. You see, friends. We will end here. This is part 2. We will call in light language for the integration of part 2 in these teachings. Heriam Yayayam Yayam 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 Dreyam Uyayam Ya Dreyam Ishkatiyaya Orayam Ayakashkotuya Mirayam Oya Oyam Mirakataya Kura Gorayam Moishkatiyam Ya Erayam Maya Orayam Urya Koturiyam Yashatya Kerayamur Kedu amora katuiam mia team yaya koturia irayamuria nyamuiriam yashkatia muria katuiam maya kotuia kashkatuiam nakatuia gerairam miraya mireshkati gorairamuria turiami turiami Toriami Aishkatiamya Orayamoya Erayamoi Erayamoishkati Erayashkati. Allow yourself to remain in reception, not judging it, not needing it to be a certain way, just allowing it to be exactly as it is. Holding on to that knowing for even just a microsecond, allowing it to blossom in its own time. And until next time, friends, stay curious.